Good afternoon mga kabayan. Good afternoon. It's 4:07 in the USA, 78 degrees Fahrenheit, based on my dashboard. And thank God I finished my desk, my task earlier than expected mga kabayan. And thank God. And yeah, I finished the task and thank God that I finished it. And we are heading mga kabayan to Costco to fill up gas. And tomorrow, not tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. And on Sunday mga kabayan, we are going to attend a family day that BMW is spearheading.
Turn right onto North Church Street.
You see?
Then turn left onto East North Street.
So the one speaking mga kabayan, it's the GPS. So they're asking us giving us instruction. So anyways mga kabayan,
At the light, turn left onto East North Street.
thank you so much mga kabayan for supporting my channel and helping me building up my channel Kabayan Try Mo to Vlog. And for those who among you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe and please watch all my videos mga kabayan. And there are different categories, mixed up categories you can able to choose. There are
Turn right onto East Elford Street.
short one, and there's a little bit long one. And mga kabayan, let's continue our episode. Kabayan, usap tayo.
At the light, turn right onto North Church Street. Then
DRIv'N.
turn left onto East North Street.
So the GPS is talking, giving instruction. But anyways mga kabayan, usap tayo, kabayan usap tayo, talking and driving. So you already know me mga kabayan in some level. If you have any question mga kabayan, please drop down the comment if you want to know more about me. And I've already told you mga kabayan about the story of my life when I was when I was a kid, 12 years old, in the high school, in college. So you know already my degree mga kabayan, that I supposed to be in accounting but in the Philippines. But I took accounting here mga kabayan. Afterthought already mga kabayan. It's going to be afterthought mga kabayan.
Proceed to the route. At the light, turn right onto North Academy Street.
So anyways mga kabayan, you know me a little bit, and you have any question, please drop down your comment or comments. So during college, I already told you mga kabayan that I am antisocial. It's really reflected even I'm already in college. I'm an antisocial. I don't really, really going somewhere. My parents, never have had really good vacation. The only thing that I remember, mga kabayan, that we have done
At the light, use the left 2
Is
lanes to
that-
turn onto East North Street.
is that going to the beach. That's it.
Turn left.
And then I really miss a lot, mga kabayan. I just learned, mga kabayan, here in the States when my partner Keith giving me the opportunity to travel together. And I love it. I know, mga kabayan, traveling costs money. That's true. That's very true. The story behind that made me realize make me realize because it's a past. Until now, I still believe it. Made me realize, mga kabayan, that you need to live your life to the fullest. That doesn't mean that you're going to broke you're going to have I'm sorry, you're going to have more debts because you just want to travel. No, that doesn't that I'm trying to to express or to tell you. Traveling once in a while in every year is going to be helpful in your mental health, to unwind, and at the same time, mga kabayan, to be able to
Continue straight. Continue
unwind.
straight. Merge onto I-385 south towards Spartanburg.
And I'm going to give you the reason why, mga
In
kabayan.
4.5 miles, take exit 37 onto Roper Mountain Road.
Yes, GPS, that's what we're gonna do, GPS. We will. That's the road, mga kabayan, going to the Costco. So, we're going to use our, what's this? We're gonna set the speed now. So anyways, mga kabayan, I'm going to tell you the reasoning of my partner where I totally believe in. So their grandparents, I think, in the mother's side, if I'm not mistaken, the mother's side or father's side, I'm sure it's the mother's side. So they're close. My partner Keith have one brother, siblings, two siblings, one brother and one sister. And the story of their grandparents is that majority of the Americans thinking is like this. They're going to work hard in their whole life so that when they retire, they're going to travel after they retire. Because when you retire, mga kabayan, you have a lot of time in this world when you retire, so you don't have to be in 8 hours Monday through Friday or even Saturday. So you have lesser or least or no commitment at all when you retire. So that's your option, whether what's your plan when you retire. So the grandparents of my partner Keith So they're already so they're already so they're already in the process of the retirement.
In 2 miles, take exit 37.
So there's a
Road.
remember mga kabayan, there is a retirement age that you can able to collect your social security, or if your company have had a what's called this retirement plan that you are paying monthly. So that's an additional that will add up to your income monthly. Or if the retirement is different, you're just going to collect lump sum or whatever it is, the other retirement plans. And I also signed up with my current company right now with that. With that retirement.
Use the right lane to take exit 37 onto Roper Mountain Road.
So unfortunately mga kabayan, I think the husband, the grandfather of my partner, Keith,
Take the exit, then turn right onto Roper
got
Mountain
sick.
Road.
And here mga kabayan, in the States, they're not going to help
At the
you
light, use the second lane from right to
paying
turn
the
right
medical
onto Roper
cost
Mountain Road.
until you are totally broke. So meaning you already sold your house, you pretty much broke.
Turn right.
That's the unfortunate mga kabayan. So to make the story short mga kabayan, all the money that they saved because they want to travel when they retire is just spending for medical cost, pills of course, to maintain to be able to maintain their life mga kabayan. So that's what happened. So my partner Keith already learned from that mistakes of their grandparents.
Go past this light. Then at the next
And
one, turn left.
he also shared to me, and when we agreed both that we're going to do that we're going to do traveling while we're still young, not we're
At
very
the light,
young,
use the left lane to turn onto Woodruff
while
Road.
we're still where we're still able, capable, and enjoy. And I totally understand mga kabayan if you don't believe in that one, if you don't want to travel. It's a personal choice mga kabayan about traveling and
Turn left.
going to travel, because traveling mga kabayan is a cost. It's acceptable mga kabayan, it's a cost. So
At
therefore,
the next light, turn left.
not everybody can able to afford the cost. So what I'm trying to say mga kabayan is that if there a chance for you to just go for a short vacation close
At the
by,
light, turn left into the
just
parking lot.
travel, just drive a little bit, visit something, it's because mga kabayan, it's gonna help you to to unwind and be able to to unload whatever
You've entered the parking
stress
lot for
you
your
have
destination.
had in the current situation mga kabayan. At the same time, mga kabayan, it's up to you to decide because it is a personal choice, mga kabayan. Going to travel is a personal choice. Nobody is going to push you or say something about about how you run your life, because for me, mga kabayan, it's very beneficial of traveling. Not only I'm exposed to different environment, seeing other stuff, experience different places, experience something that I don't experience staying in one area, in one location. So that's the benefit for me, mga kabayan. At the same time, whenever there is a conversation about where they went, you can able to participate. You can able to say something that you have done something like this and that. So that's what because the wealth of experience, whatever experience you have, mga kabayan, is still a wealth of experience. So when I came 2010, mga kabayan, my partner Keith already have some kind of plans where we going. So we initially went to Williamsburg Plantation because North Carolina is quite drivable to Virginia. There's a distance that you have to drive about, I think it's 9 hours, I guess. So therefore we've been traveling. And then one instance, mga kabayan, this is something that I don't endorse doing it. One time, it's a week of travel. I forgot what year was that. Here's our itineraries where we went. North Carolina, Roxborough were our home. We stopped by in, if I'm not mistaken, Virginia, in a hotel. Virginia, if not Williamsburg or other place, but I think it's a Williamsburg, Virginia. We travel a little bit in the Williamsburg. We see some historic places, museums, and then on the next day, we drove to Washington D.C. We look around Washington D.C. and on the next day, we drove because Washington D.C. in Maryland, it's close. It's pretty much within the boundary. And note, mga kabayan, Washington D.C. is not a state. Okay? Note that. Washington D.C. is not a state. It's just a regular city. The Washington D.C. District of Columbia is where the White House, museums, the Senate, the federal majority there, mga kabayan. So we drove to New Jersey because Maryland is getting to New Jersey. So we drove from Washington D.C. we passed by the Maryland area, of course, before you're going to go to to New Jersey. So we stopped by in New Jersey, mga kabayan, for another hotel, and then we visited Cake Boss. If you know, mga kabayan, if you watch a food channel, the Cake Boss is the one who doing some kind of really nice cake. They're designing really great cake that is that is Cake Boss. That is located in New Jersey. And then we went there. We have some kind of, park in that thing, but it's pretty much it's a long line. It's a famous, so that's why there are other people really coming over there. So, wait a second mga kabayan. I'm just going to put the gas on. I'm back mga kabayan. Oh. So anyways mga kabayan, where I am now. So I think mga kabayan, I'm not suggesting that you do it because we did a really big traveling mga kabayan. So I'm going to continue mga kabayan a little bit. I'm going to continue my story. I'm just going to go first in Costco. Going to get something a little bit today. See you a little bit. Hello mga kabayan, I'm back from Costco. So only few items mga kabayan, it's $44. So the inflation is really bad. But anyways mga kabayan, let's wrap up with regards to our discussion a while ago. I'm just going to finish my story with regards to our crazy schedule of our vacation because we made a loop mga kabayan from to make the story, I mean, I'm not going to make the story short, but I'm going to tell you what the loop's like. From North Carolina we turn around, and New York, Buffalo, New York, Niagara Falls, and Pennsylvania, and ultimately Roxborough. So a while ago, I told you mga kabayan that we drove from Roxborough to Virginia. We went to Washington DC mga kabayan, and you know, stay in the hotel and look around in Washington DC. We stopped by to Cake Boss, in New Jersey, in Boardwalk, and we drove from New Jersey to New York, mga kabayan. And then you're going to see there, mga kabayan, once you drive there, there is some kind of not a cave. There is what you call that? They built it a hole, but it looks like before you enter mga kabayan, you need to pay for a fee going to New York from New Jersey. And I'm sorry about that. And then tunnel. Sorry, I can't remember the word. It's a tunnel. That tunnel, it seems to be there's some kind of water or whatever, but it's pretty much, I don't know if the tunnel coming from the movie Daylight, but I'm not sure. But it looks like in the Daylight movie, I'm not sure. But we drove the tunnel, mga kabayan. Drove the tunnel and we stayed in New York. I think we stayed in one of the hotel in my partner Keith is the one who drove there in New York, because at that time I wasn't yet driving, so I'm pretty much dependent. I don't have car before, so I'm dependent with my partner Keith driving. So therefore, we stayed in one of the hotel in New York. The TV show King and Queen in Queens, I think in Queens, when we got our hotel. So I think we have some kind of we did some looking around in Times Square. We used but that evening I remember and I recalled that we have we bought already a ticket for an opera or something like that. That we watch a kind of, it's an opera. And then on the next day, we use the subway. We look around in the Times Square and we watch the news, ABC News in New York. We saw there, I think it's Stenopolis or the reporters that they're doing recording live show. And then we did Rocket Center, Rocket, something Rocket, the tallest building. And then we did we visited the what do you call that? We visited pretty much. I think we did not do we did some kind of boat or something. Yeah, the boat tour or something. And then after that one, mga kabayan, we drove to Niagara Falls. We passed by Buffalo. Then I'm going to tell you, mga kabayan, Niagara Falls, there are two parts, in Canada and in the USA, mga kabayan. Canada and USA, Niagara. And then at that time, we can pass through to Canada because I don't have yet the paper, the citizenship or permanent residency. So we just stay in Niagara Falls. It's a big falls, mga kabayan. And we did the activity that there's some kind of a boat that they're going to pass you through in that one, and you're going to have some kind of strong water flowing, whatever, because that Niagara Falls, mga kabayan, is being used to, it's going to be a traffic, mga kabayan, in the interstate. And that I can say that that particular Niagara Falls is used to generate electricity out of the power from the fall or something. That's what I remember they're saying. And then and then after that, mga kabayan, we went to Pennsylvania in the main capital, and then we visited the historic places, the Bell, like that. We visited those. And then after that one, mga kabayan, is I remember when we came to the hotel in Pennsylvania, it was already midnight, 12, and I was so scared that we're still driving on the late evening, mga kabayan. I was so scared at that time, mga kabayan, because I cannot help my partner Keith in driving because I don't drive, and my partner Keith is already got tired for how many days of driving, mga kabayan. So therefore we stayed there in the hotel, and then on that same day, I think afternoon, we are heading back home. It's a 1 week stretch of that activity, mga kabayan. And after that, mga kabayan, we're already tired. And I think I'm still schooling at that time or not. Yeah. And then my partner Keith got tired of driving, that long distance driving. We burned miles and miles, thousands of miles, mga kabayan, of that trip. And yeah, we decided, and then we learned a lesson out of it, mga kabayan, that we are not going to repeat the same one as we're going to do, stretch the it's going to stretch the the activities and things to do and things to see. So anyways, mga kabayan, thank you so much for being with me, and we're going to continue, mga kabayan, in the next episode. Thank you so much. God bless. Bye.